This is Hallicrafters Rehabs. Welcome back. So, I'm back on this third SX-99 that I've restored and finished in April, and I promised I would add a digital display to it as soon as the Chinese junk from taking the long route around the Cape of Good Hope will cross the Atlantic and arrive in Wilmington with the shipment of a digital display arriving here by covered wagon. They did come while I was working on the SX-100. Here's an example of one. I have several of these that I've used, and I have one more for the SX-100, and they're just ideal for just setting up a little digital display right on the above the right here, and just lay it right on there in this Hammond box. I use a 1455 P1601. It's just a simple aluminum box, way too big, but this dimension is just perfect. The dimension in the front is just perfect, and so it's I've already drilled the hole in the back and put in it'll be a central ground, and I took some Hobby Lobby plastic and taped it over, cut the holes, painted it on the back, and removed the tape. So that's ready to go. So everything's ready to assemble the box, and then we'll go from there into attaching it through a Molex connector to the radio. So all we're going to do is we're going to take this and place it on top. These are 3 millimeter metric screws, black, to anchor. I've already pre-drilled the hole to anchor it down on the top. Okay, and this slips right over on top here. And it comes with 2 cables. This side is the power. These are all available on eBay from only one source in China, and but they're just perfect for this purpose. They're just a simple, I think it goes up to 60 some megahertz frequency counter. Nothing more to it than that. Okay. Now, actually, this is already not doing right. Because I want to, well, that's interesting. I thought that was removable. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do the ground and the connection first, and then we'll slide it in. I need to do that offline. So, signal is on this side. It's got a little signal symbol, and that's going to be white. And on this side, positive for the DC power supply will be red on the black on this. And I went ahead and put in a terminal strip and grounded it real good to the bottom there. And so it's ready to go. So we'll assemble that. And I'll fumble with this a little bit and then come back. Okay, it's boxed up. I did not put all the screws in, although I'm very confident that it's going to work. And it makes a very attractive box. And it will go plug in the back through this Molex connector. And so that's this part goes inside the radio, and this is what will be attached to this. I'll wait till I'm really putting things together to make sure I do it right and not rely on memory. And black is power and white is signal. Now we have to take the case off now in order to get to the signal and the power supply inside the radio. So I'm all set to, well, I was all set to test out this buffer circuit, and I had all the instrumentation set up and everything, and put the signal input on this side and measured the output with the scope on this side, the outcome, and figured out to go back to this. It's been 3 months and I didn't know, well, okay, which one is power? Well, that's power. That's not signal, that's signal. So I have the colors reversed on there and so forth. So, nothing doing. I don't know if you can, I'm bringing this up as close as I can. I could probably use my macro lens. But it did work 3 months ago, but not this time. See all that silver there? Well, I do my best thinking at night. Yesterday or a day before, I was, okay, there must be a solder bridge somewhere, and I'm digging out channels and so forth with a X-Acto knife, and yes, now it's isolated and not, still nothing. No signal past the first 100 picofarad capacitor right there. Nothing. That's all silvered in there. Kind of like somebody spilled a drop solder everywhere, doesn't it look like that? It didn't look like that actually 3 months ago. Let's go look at the set. Okay, in the crowd of things, this is the standoff which I was planning to use. There is a hole that it's attached to, and you can't see it, but on the other side the head of the screw is in contact with the case of the I believe it's SA7. This is the mixer tube, whatever that tube number is. Anyway, it's a mixer tube. It's a metal tube. The head of the screw is actually pressed up against that because it's just so crowded in there. Well, when I opened this up the other day, this standoff was pointed not up. I've actually straightened it out again. It was pointed off this way, and the little buffer circuit was angled out like that. Now it would go in straight if I put it in. What has happened? Well, I've used the radio. I'll turn it on and I'll compare signals and so forth with the others and things like that. Heat has traveled up from that tube straight through this brass, right straight to this board, and literally melted solder. So, no idea. I could keep working on this for a very long time, but I really don't think it's ever going to produce anything. So we're going to have to rebuild, make a new surface mount circuit board. We're not going to mount it here, that's for sure. We're going to have to find another location for it, away from heat. And it'll take some time to figure out where we want to do that. I'll probably put a solder terminal strip to mount it on, and have just a shielded cable come up to as a pickup off of this mixer tube for the buffer, and then connect it to the Molex. But that's going to take a whole new, I make my own circuit boards using the toner transfer method and chemicals and all that kind of stuff. It's just not going to be enough time to do that this week. We're going on vacation. It's our anniversary this week. We're going to see my dad, and then we're going to come back and probably not even start on this until sometime late next week. So we're going to take a break. This is a short video this week, and folks, be safe. This is Hallicrafters Rehabs. Thanks for watching.